Goodnight Olive comes right out for the early lead. Gary is there with her, though, and Society in between that pair as they head up the back stretch. Now here's Society moving up between horses. Gary to her outside has the lead by a neck. Goodnight Olive is third, close up down toward the inside. Then a break of nearly 5 more lengths back to Mary Quite Contrary, who's in the 4th position, and Cocktail Moments last of the 5. Back up front, Society against the rail. Gary on her outside. They contest the lead. 2 lengths in front of Goodnight Olive. Gap of 2.5 more to Mary Quite Contrary onto the far turn. And Cocktail Moments is last. 22.53 seconds was the time for the opening quarter. Society the leader, and she leads it by just a neck. Gary is there. Now Goodnight Olive switches lanes, comes toward the far outside. Here's Goodnight Olive making her move to take the lead by a head around the far turn. Society still there toward the inside, though. Gary between that pair is third. Gap of 3. Mary Quite Contrary is swinging out to the center of the track in 4th. Cocktail Moments last of the 5. Goodnight Olive has the lead. Mary Quite Contrary trying to chase her down with 1/8 of a mile to go, and Society is third back toward the inside. Goodnight Olive, just over a 16th to go. Mary Quite Contrary still trying, still 2 lengths away. The champ in front. Goodnight Olive chased all the way by Mary Quite Contrary. Goodnight Olive to win the Grade 1 Madison for Ortiz Jr. in a successful season's debut. 1 minute 23.12 seconds. The official winner of Keeneland's 7th race, 22nd running of the Madison Grade 1, number 2, Goodnight Olive, owned by First Row Partners of Steve Lehman, owned also by Team Hanley of Jay Hanley. The trainer is Chad Brown. The jockey, Ortiz Jr., his 2nd winner on the card. Goodnight Olive, a 5-year-old mare by Ghostzpper out of Salty Strike by Smart Strike. The winner bred in Kentucky by Stone Street Thoroughbred Holdings, LLC. 7 furlongs over the fast main track, 1 minute 23.12 seconds. Now the trophy presentation for the Grade 1 Madison. Lexington Mayor Linda Gorton presents the trophy to the connections of Goodnight Olive.
Ortiz Jr. aboard for the ride on the champion. A Goodnight Olive as she secures another Grade 1, this time in the Madison at Keeneland. She broke sharp, but you decided to work your way to the outside of the fillies that were to your outside. Why'd you decide to make that decision on the backstretch?
She always broke good. I talked to a trainer. I want a good pace in front of me. She can go either to the lead or she can come from off the pace. And I thought they have more speed than me, but I know the first couple of jumps she's gonna break good, so I make them go, maybe try to be a strong pace in front of me, so I can be available to take back without fighting too much and hit the clear earlier, and it worked out perfect. I sit right in behind the speed, tip him out, and let him do his thing, and she do the rest.
Do you see any difference with this mare filly now as she moves into this new season after the championship season that she had last year?
She's been so nice every time. I mean, even last year, and since I get on her, she's a nice filly. The trainer and the whole team, they did a great job to bring it back. She don't run. Last time she ran was in the Breeders' Cup last year, and they did a great job bring it back ready. I think that was a great teamwork.
Well done.
Thank you.
Ortiz Jr., congratulations to Chad Brown and his team as Goodnight Olive picks up yet another Grade 1 here at Keeneland, this time in the Madison.